We had our transitional season last year, so this one's the one where we're going in and we're going to win the bloody league. We've not had the best of starts. Welcome back, episode 24 of the wonderful Duisburg Club Build. We find ourselves 5 games into the season, along with a cup game in there as well. We've won 3 and lost 3. Not the best. We're in the next round of the cup. We're going to be playing Paderborn. We have already played them in the league so far as well, and we picked up a win. So, good signs hopefully for that. Kicked off our actual season with a 2-1 loss away at Regensburg, which isn't ideal. Then that 1-0 win against Paderborn. With the original cup game, Ramic getting himself a hat-trick. Pretty good. We had a full week's rest to play Urzberger, who just beat us. They just did. They're quite strong, currently top of the league. I know we're only 5 in, but it's not too bad. It's not ideal, though. A 4-1 win against Osnabrück, which I was pretty happy about, and a 1-0 loss against Augsburg, who are the top team in the division. So that's fair enough. The only thing that isn't fair enough is that we got absolutely slapped. Shouldn't have been 1-0, should have been about 12, but it was 1, so let's move. Let's have a little look at those new signings. Galampa alone is one of them, not even close to his actual pronunciation, but I suppose we'll start off with him. He's an Iranian, not Iran, because apparently I'm American. Came in on a free transfer. He used to play for Tractor Sport Club. Didn't notice that before. That's quite funny. And he came in to New York City, who signed him for just short of $1 million and then immediately released him. I don't know why, but they did. So, he's came over from Tractor Club. He hopefully will do a decent job for us alongside our other strikers, but he's valued between 1 and 1.8 million. So even if he doesn't, a little bit of resale value there. He was brought in as a replacement for Carlos Beltran. He left us towards the end of last season for 450k. So Charlotte signed him for 2/3 of $1 million, let him go on a free. We picked him up, made $500,000. We'll take it. The other players on their way out, we have Jonas Hoffman, went out for about 200k. I'm not particularly happy about this, but he said he wanted to leave. I was kind of dropping him down the rankings a little bit as well. So we got a little bit of money for him before he started sulking too heavily. Along with him, Jason Ruiz has gone out on a free to Atletico Huila? I don't know. Sydney Reibiger as well also left us. He went out for about, 150k. Similar situation to Hoffman. A little bit annoyed about it, but he wanted to leave, and we've got a lot of other centre mids as well, so we can deal with it. Just not ideal. Frutos came into us on a free at the start of last season, played 2 games, and we sold him to Hanover for $2 million. $1.5 million, sorry. Perfectly fine with that. Let's move on again. Freddie Herrera, similar situation, came in on a free, went out on loan to Sandhausen for a season, did pretty strong in that 3rd tier. He then went to Wolfsburg for 1.9 million and 50% of his next sale. So while he was with us from the age of 18, because I loaned him out, he's not going to be homegrown. And obviously we've now sold him anyway. So I thought, just let him go. And then if for some reason he does go anywhere, we'll get another little bump of money again. Or I can just take it off him. And as we're aware, as I covered in the previous episode, Sokolov has gone over to Dresden for 2.2 million. So we had 6.5 million come in, along with the 3 million I covered at the end of the previous episode. We had quite a bit to spend. Obviously, we slapped most of it into wages, of which I have exceeded. I've signed a lot of players. We brought in Jonathan Vollitz from Gladbach, who's our parent club. So he's came in on a free. Well, he's not on a free, sorry. We're not paying any money for him. Decent centre-back. Can cover all the way up to centre-mid as well, if needs be. Also in from Gladbach, another goalkeeper, Alan Goran. He's one that we're not paying for, and he's happy to be a backup, mostly because I've loaned out most of my goalkeepers. So he's my backup, just in case. Just in case. Bear that in mind. Hold on to that thought. Christopher Lang, we covered him at the end of last episode. Came in on free. He's probably not going to get near the first team, if we're honest. Patrick Newpert came in. Patrick, not even close. Pascal Newpert came in. He's valued at pretty much nothing, which is odd, but decent player nonetheless. Galampa, who I covered through earlier, impact sub. He's not looking for regular game time. Thanasis Bousakas, also impact sub. Decent player. Value is not massive. Wages are fairly high. Mladen Dejanovic, future prospect. Again, value's not high, but his potential looks pretty strong. So we might be able to make a little bit of money out of him. Came in on a free. I should hope we can make money out of him. Tadej Fajfar? Not even close. He is a Slovenian 24-year-old who can play centre mid all the way down to right back, right wing, centre attacking mid, centre back. He can play everywhere as long as it's not on the left-hand side. Again, value isn't massively high, but player looks decent. Might be able to get a little bit of money out of him. And he's a good... what are they called? He's a good player. He can cover many positions. Can't remember what they're called. But he can basically cover what Hoffman did, which is pretty helpful. Marco Robuano, he's one that my scouts kept pushing at me for ages and ages and ages, saying he's A+ lad, bring him in, he's fantastic. So he's 22, he's decent now, 3 Liga sides, and apparently he's got the potential to be a Bundesliga centre mid, which, as I say, at the age of 22, probably not going to happen, but we might be able to make some money out of him regardless. And his wages aren't astronomical, so that's fine. The first of the Michael Madsens is a centre-back from Kolding. He's a Danish, $7,000 a week he's on. But again, pretty decent. He should just be a good backup centre-back if needs be, because we're playing slightly less of them than we had been. And I'd up to be my main centre-back. I've brought in Michael Toxverd. I honestly don't know. I don't know what this is, the AE thing. Couldn't tell you. But he looks pretty strong. He's also came in from Kolding, so we've stole both of their centre-backs, which I'm sure they were over the moon about. 19 jumping reach, 6'4", 10 heading. That's questionable. But other than that, looks pretty strong. His tackling's not the best, but should do a decent job for us in the division. And again, make a little bit of money for us. He's came in for $600,000. He's been playing pretty well for them in the kind of hop in between the second and third tiers, I think it is, in Denmark. So it will come and transfer that over to the second tier in Germany. Madsen was brought in for 175 as well. Don't know if I said. And another issue that I have, because apparently I've got a problem with signing goalkeepers. I brought another one. Sebastian Arjades came in at $500,000. I mean, how could I not? Look at the state of him. Saarbrücken are covering almost a tenth of that fee already. And I think they're covering most of his wages, if I remember rightly. Yeah, the vast majority, bar like £900. And they're giving him game time, which is the main thing. So, he's gone out. We've still got Roonsley pottering about the club. And I've also loaned out the Brazilian fella as well, whose name I've forgotten. So, we have only the 2 goalkeepers in the club, as I mentioned. And then, instead of Michael Madsen, we've now got Mikkel Madsen, who came in for £1.7 million. That's quite a lot of money. So, he should be quite a lot of player, which he kind of is. He's that centre mid, whole left side sort of inversion of the guys that can play right back and through the middle. He's been playing centre mid at the moment, but I might be using him as my left back because he likes to be quite aggressive there, which is good. And he's just a very good player. He's valued at 2 to 3.2 at the moment, and he's potentially to be a good Bundesliga central midfielder, which I could see more because he's already basically there. He's at a leading player of 2 Bundesliga sides, so he's only a little step away from that. The tactical tweak, I'm still not 100% sure on it, but we're rolling with it. It's a diamond, 4-4-2, but we've got wing backs, so it's like a 2-3-2-1-2. Too many numbers. You've noticed, haven't you? Do you know what says just in case we'll bring Alan Goran in? Veldhuis got injured, so he is currently out for another 2 weeks, which isn't ideal because he twisted his ankle, the numpty. So we are basically goalkeeperless because he's see-through, and the other fella's injured, which isn't ideal. But we've got a bunch of players, a stack load out on loan as well, which is just keeping that little loan farm and trying to get that on the go while we're a team at this level. So if we can keep a bunch of players of that, get them recycled, bring some money in, the massive amount of money you get from the league as well, we'll be up in no time. We're having a wonderful time. We're going with Toxvard and Volitz as our centre-backs. Nupert, Stewart, and Ferranda as the three in front, with Marcelo, Henrique, and Mikkel Madsen as our centre mid, because they separate them by M. Madsen, obviously, even though they're both quite clearly M. Madsen, which doesn't help. Brahimi is playing the centre attacking mid role with Golamper and Ramic up top. The only thing I am going to take is Golamper out, and we'll put Leonardo back in. So, the league, we are currently 11th. We're not having the best of times, but we are, I was going to say, only 5 points away. We need to double our points, and then we might be in that promotion chase. That's not ideal. Season preview-wise, currently at 50-1, but we do have two whole players in the Dream 11. Ramic is the best striker in the league still, and Madsen is the best left back. So we get in there. We move in places. We head in, up, which is what we want to see. And surprisingly, with our 15 goalkeepers we've got, none of them are the best goalie in the league as well. Free kick for us out on the wide. I couldn't figure out which side it was quick enough. It was the right for anyone that's counting. We're playing St. Pauli today, and for anyone that was paying attention at the end of the last episode, they are the team that were playing Schalke in the promotion playoffs. They've scored already. Obviously, Schalke lost. No, they didn't. They just didn't. Oh, I can't even cut this out. I'm all over the place. Goalkeeper's done me in with that kick. Kawasaki's brought it down. I don't know. I have played two centre backs for a little while. It hasn't been ripped apart that easily yet, I don't think. Anyway, Schalke won that game, as that was talking about, because I forgot how to speak, apparently. St. Pauli with a free kick, just to the left. Corbin there? Oh, we scored it. What's his name? Corbin. It's definitely not. Corbin. We're 2-0 down. This isn't what I wanted to happen. Maybe we should have pushed for promotion that first season as well. Got in a stupid amount of money just for being relegated. And we've been having a wonderful time as well. It's not. I'd have definitely been sacked. I did make my changes at half time. We're in now the 62nd minute. It doesn't appear that much has happened from said changes. But I just dropped the holding mid back to centre back. Made him libero, because why not? The Volits can play that quite well, apparently. And we changed the goalkeeper just to be a goalkeeper on defend rather than sweeper keeper. So, hopefully that will do something for us. That was a terrible pass from Brahimi. I'm not sure why I've put him up there, but I can drop Mavondo into that position if need to be. It's been knocked towards Brahimi, who I thought was going to score just as I said. I don't know why he's in my team. We'll watch this corner, which will lead to nothing. And then we'll see what we do from there. Madsen puts it in. Senga scored. Of course he scored. Of course he scored. Oh, late to nothing. Scored. Brilliant. Why am I annoyed at scoring? Yeah, fair enough. I'll take it. Let's move on. I'm over the moon. A few tweaks again. We've brought Brahimi back into the left-back position, made him onto a complete wing-back tag, changed over the centre-mid roles just to keep them more narrow. And I've brought Mavondo in as a trequartista at centre-attacking mid, and we've put Golamper in for Leonardo up top. Hopefully we don't get any bookings or injuries, because I've just made all three of my subs by the 65th minute. Pizarro, with a free kick out on the right, puts it towards the edge of the area, which no one was picking up. And fortunately, Goran actually managed to collect that ball, because I thought my guy was just going to kick it past him. He lumps it forward, Mavondo nods it on, and Rekic doesn't chase for some reason. If he'd have chased, probably would have passed it into an empty net then. Just saying, Zlatan. Madsen, Mavondo, brilliant ball into Golamper, onto his stronger foot. Oh, and he gets the post. Goran starts with the ball. I'm going to say, since these tweaks, I've really kicked up the tempo and the passing directness, and I've asked them to work it into the box, because we just had too many shots that weren't on target. Seems to be doing a trick, you know. We'll watch through this highlight. We seem actually a little bit more dangerous in possession. Nupert has it out on the right. Quite a few bodies in the middle for us. Gets it across. Oh, he took it off Rekic's foot. We've got a corner. Definitely going to score from this. Definite. Watch this. Pass it short. Here you go. Mavondo. Back into Madsen, who's definitely not offside. Oh, he's offside. Oh, he's offside. I don't know who to blame. Can I blame them both? I think I might blame the goalkeeper. Only about 4 minutes left of the game now. Their goalkeeper batters it forward. We win the header, but give it back to him. Chakia, fall, and then Polido. Do we fancy getting that ball back off him, fellas? Sorlin has it out on the right for him. Or just Sorin. There's definitely no L in that. Kawasaki, Corbin's on the ball again. Their defender, their striker made a run, but no one... Oh, we've had a slide tackle that went straight back to him. Oh, generally, that results in a goal. I'm not displeased. Can you see, roughly at the point where we made that second change? Yeah, I can spot it here. I think this is the point when we swapped the wing back to being a complete wing back and then made the centres a little bit more narrow. And this was the point when I made the first change. Nothing happened. I've got stuff to work with from this game. We lost against St. Pauli, who are stronger than us, we know, because they've only just came back down. So it's not ideal. Our players' cohesions are going to be building up as well. It's not all terrible, just most of it. So following that, I'm thinking we'll return with the Paderborn game and either Werder Bremen or Ingolstadt alongside it. I'm thinking maybe Ingolstadt because I'm upset we're losing, and hopefully that can be one so we can get some wins on camera. So I'm not just bringing you back to watch me get upset and annoyed, which I'm sure you probably prefer. But I hope you'll be back for that next episode. If you have enjoyed this one, then do me the favour. I didn't mention earlier, actually. Like, subscribe, all that madness would be beautiful. Just helps me get my little face out there. There will be some items over here so you can carry on watching as well. And yeah, thank you very much for your time.